Welcome to Colin's Wonders. Thank you to those who have taken the time to watch my previous video and leave comments and subscribe. I greatly appreciate you. Today, I will be introducing a new format for many of my upcoming videos. It will be the start of the Pen Wars. I will be reviewing many of my pens in my upcoming videos. At the end of each video, I will be scoring each pen based on some criteria I am outlining here, bringing the illusion of objectivity to something that is purely subjective. So without further ado, let's start with the beginning of the Pen Wars. So it starts with this notebook. This notebook outlines a lot of what will be in my future videos. So right now we have the section for pens, ink, paper, and watches. So I'm going to flip to the pen section. All right. So as I said, for my pen videos, I plan on doing a more traditional review for the start of the video. And I'll go through the pen and its features, demonstrate the pen. And then at the end, I will be filling out a scorecard. The scorecard will be divided into the categories for appearance, build, design, usage, price, and brand. So within each category, I'm going to kind of grade like the shape of the pen, the nib, how well I think the pen looks based on shape, its nib, its clip, and how original the pen is. So these 5-point sections, they're kind of like extra credit point sections. They can't hurt the pen's score, but they can help boost it. So originality means how original is the pen. So for example, there's two pens here. One's an Asven and the other is a Pilot. And the Pilot pen, I would say, is the more original, as the Asven looks like it was created based on that pen. So the Asven wouldn't really get any points in that category unless they had something innovative about the pen. Whereas the Pilot could get bonus points there. So the bonus points, this category has 30 points total, and the bonus points, if it say got 35 out of 30, that would still be rounded to a perfect score, and it would get the full 20 points for this category. And all the points will then add, to a score out of 100. So in the build section, we have materials, like what it's made out of, how premium the materials are, the precision of which the pen is built. It's like how well it's built, how well it's machined, its tolerances. Nib alignment, that's something specifically of concern for me. When I get the pen and it's put together, is the feed and nib aligned? Does it stay aligned as I use it? Imperfections in the build. So this is like execution. How, did they, imperfections in the build or execution of the build of the pen. So this counts for like machining errors and, misaligned parts. And then its bonus section is spare parts. So that is, how easy is it to obtain, replacement nibs or replacement parts for the pen if something were to fail. And again, it's a bonus. It's not going to be held against the pen if it doesn't have spare parts, but it can help it do better in this category. The next category is design. So for design, there is what I'm calling fill mechanism. It's kind of like what holds the ink. Is it a vacuum fill, a piston fill, cartridge converter, ink, just ink cartridges, you get the idea. This is subjective to me, just what I like better, so I'll hold that in part of the design. The next is the clip, and this is, again, so it's not based on appearance. This is what I'm considering, like, how well does the clip work as as a clip. And I will try to do this more on function because there is an appearance category up for the clip. And I won't hold it against the pen if it doesn't have a clip. It just won't be part of the final score for this section. So if it doesn't have a clip, this section is just out of 20 points. And then design flaws. These flaws are like, there's no thread stop, so you can over tighten it. And then eventually that's going to cause the pen to fail in some significant way. Other design flaws that, doesn't really seal and keep the ink wet. So when you open it, it's fresh, so it might dry out after a few days. So yeah, those are kind of some examples of design flaws. Features are like, the flexible nib of this Magna Carta Mag 600. So that's a feature, that's a bonus. I should have put asterisks for all these, but I didn't catch that. I didn't do it. So this can only help the pen in this category. Again, it won't hurt it if it doesn't have a feature, but these are extra credit points. Now the next category is usage. There's a lot of scoring criteria in this category. I contemplated putting skipping and hard starts into the same, but I decided to keep it separately to kind of punish a pen more that has problems with both skipping and hard starts. So, they're kind of self-explanatory. If it gets 10 out of 10, that means it has no skipping issues. Hard starts. How well does the ink flow? Specifically, does it keep up for longer writing sessions? How does the weight feel in the hand as I'm using it? Is it too heavy? Is it too light? How easy is it to clean? How good does it feel to write with? Do I just enjoy writing with it for a long time, or am I quickly wanting to switch to a different pen? Next, we have price. Price just kind of outlines, it's pretty easy. If it's a cheap pen, it's going to score pretty high in this category. More expensive pens, might not score as high. To counterbalance that, there's brand. So the cheaper pens tend to have very little brand recognition, and I don't want to undervalue the meaning of that. It takes a lot of effort and time and history to build a brand. And if all things were equal, you had two pens that are the same, people are generally speaking going to take the one they recognize with the brand, and it kind of balances the price. So typically branded pens are more expensive. And again, this will all score to 100 points, and I will kind of rank these. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. It just seems kind of fun. I'll put them in different categories, like ranking under, say, $50, under $500, over $500, best overall. If you have any category suggestions, feel free to share in the comments. I'm totally open to it. I'm planning on also doing an Ink Wars. I haven't decided the format for that, so any suggestions for any of these categories? There's going to be Paper Wars and Watch Wars. So each week I'm intending to kind of slowly introduce a new category. So throughout the week you can look forward to at least a one pen video, an ink video, a paper video, and a watch video. Kind of mix and match a little bit to keep it variety. I will put them in playlists. So if you're not interested in, say, watches, you can just skip those videos. Again, this is just kind of for me to have fun with. And if you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I do read them and I appreciate them. And thank you for your time.